Hi.
Hi, ma'am. Uh,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
is it now visible, ma'am?
Yeah.
I think it is
Cool.
not logging. और मैम हमारी एंकर जो है
Um,
उनके नेटवर्क में थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है दैट्स
no
व्हाई
problem. No problem.
आई केम इन सो
So,
So we are back with the fifth event, and this time we have a very beautiful and talented dancer whose dance moves and power-packed performances are a treat to watch. A girl with killer expressions and cute look. And once the music starts, she can't break the dance floor with her swag. She's not only a dancer, her fans call her a complete dancer, as said by the super judge of Dance Plus 2, Remo D'Souza sir. So you can't keep her away your eyes when she dances. मतलब यार आपने अगर उसका वीडियो देखा हो चीप थ्रिल्स का, so that is absolutely amazing. So welcome
thank
to
you so
Fantonn,
much.
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Welcome to our show. So ma'am, हमने आपका डांस देखा, मतलब सब थ्रिल्स में तो मैम
Thank you so
जबरदस्त है
much.
आपका डांस. मतलब देयर आर थ्री टीचर्स डांसिंग एंड चारों तरफ से ध्यान आपके तरफ ही जाता है उसमें. तो मैम whatever performances we have seen of yours so far, it is always difficult to take your eyes from you, but and also आपकी energy and आपकी moves, आपके expressions, they're all amazing. So we would like to know at what age you discovered your passion for
Uh,
dance, man.
okay.
कब से?
So, first of all, hello to everyone who's joined. Thank you so much for joining in. And what was the question again? You were asking me at what age did I start?
Yes, ma'am. At what age
Okay.
you started dancing?
So,
Yes, ma'am.
see, I guess it wasn't like it wasn't too early in life. Like I hear a lot of people talking about how they started dancing at like 4 or 5 years old, but it wasn't like that. That wasn't the case with me. Initially, I just used to copy my elder sister. So I have an elder sister, and I just used to
Okay.
like.
Uh-huh. Is she
She's the
also a
better
dancer?
dancer. She's actually the dancer of the family. She's the reason I started dancing. So she doesn't dance though professionally. She doesn't do it.
Oh,
She's a
wow.
doctor. So the scene is, I actually started dancing by
Okay,
copying her.
okay.
So I just used to do whatever she used to do. Matlab, what
Oh,
absolutely anything in life she used
uh-huh.
to do, I just wanted to do that. So dancing also came in as one of those things.
Oh,
So I must have been, I guess, about like 9 years old when I initially started doing Kathak. So my parents got me a teacher to learn Kathak. So that's how I started. I
oh.
started with classic. So yeah,
Ma'am, do you know? I have also learned
really.
Kathak for 4 years. I belong to yeah. I actually belong
Oh,
to a Bengali family. So in our family, we have a trend. They generally push us to do something which we don't like. I don't like dancing. I like to see, but generally for my body language and all
so
goes all
you just did it
mismatches with
because
all
your
these things.
parents
And
wanted you
मतलब
to do it.
वो लगता है हाँ हाँ मैक्सिमम actually I was too fat when
I
I was
faced the same problem.
little. तो तो मैम हम मेरे घर वाले ना बस भेज देते थे मतलब तुम जाओ कुछ नहीं तो यार तुम थोड़े पतले हो जाओगे और मतलब जस्ट इसीलिए भेज दिए करते थे. So ma'am, so apart from your sister, you have followed your sister. So ma'am, is
Right
your sister
now,
doing now?
she does
Does she
dance, but
also
she's not
dance?
following that professionally. She's right now she's pursuing a medical career. She's a doctor.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, that's great, man. That's great. So, ma'am, your main thing when you came in limelight with your video with
Yeah.
Tanya Chamoli, ma'am, and with Harshita. So, and guys, let me tell you that video has already crossed 18 million views
Really?
mark in
It's
YouTube.
crossed 18
So
million?
please tell us how you three came. Yes, ma'am,
Wow.
that has crossed 18 million.
That's good.
That is fair, man. That is amazing. So, how you three came up with
Uh,
that, ma'am?
it's actually like a
Basically,
the story of
yeah,
that
yeah.
video
Please,
is like
please.
it wasn't like a planned thing. In fact, we just wanted to matlab, see honestly, Harshita and I, we belong to the same crew. So we are in the same dance
Yeah.
crew, which is called Higher Vision. Now Tanya is not in our
Okay.
crew. So the thing is, the three of us were going together. We were traveling to Mumbai to
Okay.
learn in this dance festival that was happening, right? So Tanya just decided, like,
Okay.
girls,
Okay.
I want to make a video, and while we're in Mumbai, why not use the amazing location which is Juhu Beach. So we said, yeah, definitely, why not, with the always yes to a dance
Uh-huh.
video. So it was that sort of a thing where we just used to buffer between classes and not getting food, and then coming back where we were staying at like late in the night, and then somehow managing to make some choreography, and then she just taught us some moves the night before, and the day after we were leaving, Harshita and I had a flight back to Delhi from Mumbai, and between those, like within those few hours, we
Okay.
just shot that video. So we practically practiced that choreography the night before. So it was like very impromptu, and she just said, "I just want to shoot it." We didn't have a professional camera person. We didn't have a professional light person. This video was not made at all with the intention of me being a big hit or anything. We just wanted to dance. So that's how we made this video. And I think the best things
Okay.
happen when you least expect them. So this was one of those things when you just do it because you like it, and then people like it because you like it. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. मैम मतलब वो देख के उस वीडियो में मैम देखिए 3 डांसर्स डांस कर रही है, बट हमेशा जब आप सामने आते हो ना तो हमेशा मन करता है नहीं, who is she, who, मैम was it before the dance plus 2 appearance or
This video,
means
yeah, this
मैम
video
dance,
was way before Dance Plus.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So after that, ma'am, can we expect some more dance covers by you three in future? मैम जैसे हर्षिता और आप तो एक साथ रहते हो ना मैम, और तान्या
No,
मैम
no,
इज
no. I
लिविंग इन
am I am
मुंबई,
in
राइट?
Mumbai right now. Tanya is currently in Delhi. Yeah.
ओके ओके
Yeah. So this
ओके ओके ओके. सो मैम कैन वी एक्सपेक्ट 3 ऑफ यू मैम, क्योंकि आपके कमेंट्स उस वीडियो में बहुत सारे कमेंट्स आते हैं, उसमें शेप ऑफ यू
I
के लिए
know
बहुत रिक्वेस्ट
there
किया
are a
गया है
lot.
आप
There have
तीनों
been a
को कि
lot of
प्लीज.
requests for Shape of You. See, as far as dance covers with us three is concerned, we do obviously we really like working together. But then all of us right now are in we're all working towards different things very individually. So as and when we find time, we will definitely try together and make something together if the public really wants it that much. And otherwise, one reason why Shape of You cover is not coming out is that recently there's been this very strict YouTube policing that's happening. So almost all the songs you put up, they get blocked. So that's, I guess, one reason why
ओके
we
ओके.
just, as dancers, we just keep on struggling to find कि यार सबसे पहले तो ये करेंगे कि YouTube में जाके search करो कि ये गाना blocked है या नहीं. So it's become
हाँ
very
हाँ.
difficult. It's become like a grind for us, and we somehow fail to understand how blocking the songs from our videos is going to help, because it's not like we always put this in a disclaimer that this music does not belong to me and all the rights lie with the record company and the artist, but maybe they have their own. So
या या
yeah,
या
maybe
या
not
या.
Shape of You because it might get blocked, but definitely other songs, yeah. And as far
ओके.
as the three of us, I don't know about
मैम
the three of us, but Harshita and I will definitely come out with something soon. Yeah.
that will be great, ma'am. We fans are
Great.
eagerly waiting for that. And ma'am, after that video, you
Yes.
went to Dance Plus 2, right? So, was there a audition for that, ma'am? What made you to go there? How that came
Um,
into picture?
so what happened was, sometimes when reality shows, they notice your work, and apart, like sometimes it works the other way around, like when one way is you give an audition and you enter a show. Sometimes it
Okay.
also happens the other way around, that if they see your work, they happen to
Yeah.
like something, so they call you up. So that's what happened with me. So I got a call. I got a call after they
Okay.
had
Okay.
watched my video, which was Formation, which was my older video. It had come out before Cheap Thrills. So they had found out that video, and that
Okay.
again,
Okay.
that had a group. I had a group of like 7 girls, and Harshita and Tanya were also there in that video. So yeah, so that was the
Okay.
Formation
Okay.
video. It was,
Uh-huh.
huh.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that
I have
was
seen that video.
one of my
Yeah. Yeah.
favorite works, but then it got blocked.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they gave me a call. They liked that video, and
Okay.
they
Okay.
asked me to come and audition. So originally, I auditioned with my crew. So yeah, we auditioned in Delhi, but
Okay.
due to some reasons, the crew couldn't continue with the show. So then I decided to go on my own.
Uh-huh.
So that's how I just ended up there. It wasn't
Okay, okay.
planned, like Cheap Thrills. It wasn't planned. It just happened.
ओके ओके एंड मैम व्हाट अबाउट द मेंटर्स मतलब आप मेंटर्स ने आप लोगों ने डिसाइड करना था कि आप किस मेंटर के अंडर जाना चाहते हैं या दे हैव अलॉटेड यू दोस मेंटर्स धर्मेश सर पुनीत सर और शक्ति
No,
मैम आप
mentors का
ये कैसे
हमें कुछ
डिसीजन
पता नहीं रहता है. So they just assign you your mentors like randomly.
ओके
Yeah. That is a procedure
ओके
that
ओके
as contestants we're not aware
ओके
of it,
ओके
but yeah, you just get assigned your mentors or assigned to you.
ओके मैम तो मैम शो के दौरान आप लोगों को मेंटर्स आपको
हाँ,
ट्रेन
mentors,
करते हैं
like
मैम
I wouldn't say, see that.
डू दे
Yeah,
डू दे
definitely,
सपोर्ट यू
definitely a
वेल
lot. See,
या
initially I was with Shakti ma'am the first 2 weeks in my show when I did the first two auditions. Yeah, so I was in
या
Shakti ma'am's team, and then later on I went
या
to Dharmesh sir's team. So I had an opportunity to spend more time with Dharmesh sir as compared to Shakti ma'am. So one thing I can say about Dharmesh sir is that
या
he's honestly the most supportive person I've ever seen. Like, obviously, see, once you get into a show or
ओह
something like this which requires a lot of physical mental effort, because see, it goes like almost, you can approximate it to like 10 to 12 hours of rehearsal every day without fail, and you're not doing anything else the whole day. You are just in a studio and you have to prepare your act. So it's about 12 hours of rehearsal every day.
हम्म
And it sometimes, kind of gets
ओके
difficult for a solo artist, and then being a female solo artist, and then being a female solo artist who's not from Mumbai, who's come from Delhi, who doesn't have anybody here. So, there are a lot of those XYZs that come up apart from your work, what you're supposed to do. So Dharmesh sir, I feel, has been the most supportive person. He's always been with me. There was this time when I was injured, when I was ill, and there were actually moments where I
हाँ
couldn't, I just used to give up. And he would be the person who would pick me up by the
ओह
hand literally, and he would tell me, no, I know you can do this, so you better do this. So he would actually empty the entire studio for me. उन्होंने एक बार ऐसा भी किया है कि उन्होंने पूरा studio खाली करवा दिया, बंद कर
हाँ
दिया. He played them, and he stayed with me for the entire
ओह
choreography.
हाँ
So that is something that I will always remember.
वाओ
So
मैम वाओ
yeah, it's been pretty great.
हाँ and that
It
takes
does.
lots of commitment na
It does. And
to do
especially
something
after
like
you've
that
reached a certain
yeah
level like Dharmesh sir has, to still be able to have that degree of
yeah
sensitivity towards a
yeah yeah
contestant, because obviously he knows what it feels like to be a contestant. I'm sure he understood whatever, we were going through.
yeah, yeah definitely definitely so ma'am what about the master judge Remo sir मतलब, in your first performance he
Yeah.
praised you as a complete dancer so what would you like to say regarding
Um,
that comment of his ma'am
See, right now when I think back to what he said, it was, to be honest with you, it was actually a bit of a shock to me, because I have always been,
why
see, first of all, I had never performed as a solo artist before, like never ever in my life. So it's always been like, I've always been either in my
yeah
college team or with my crew. So I've always been a part of a group. So, मतलब solo का ऐसा रहा है कि not even in my school have I ever done a solo dance performance. So dance class was literally the first time that I was stepping onto
okay
stage, and all on my own. So uh, it
okay
just never
okay
occurred to me that somebody like Remo sir, somebody so accomplished and so respected and so talented, would say that मैं इतने सालों से complete dancer ढूंढ रहा हूँ और आज मुझे मिल गया. That was something totally unexpected, because I've always been surrounded by people, and I've always thought that I'm like everybody. So what's the big deal? I never, in fact, I used to be very underconfident initially, because I've had a lot of issues in my teenage. Like,
okay
I've had weight issues. So there was always these times that I was overweight, so I was always at the back of the class, and sometimes I just used to. I used to
I
just
can
look at
completely
myself and be
relate with
like,
you
no, yaar. I
in
mean,
this
look
regard.
at
I can
you and look
completely
at all
relate.
those kids. They're all so fit. They don't have anything to worry about. So that was something major that used to make me really underconfident. And I've I've just all and I've been a very slow learner. Now that has changed thanks to my crew, because when I
Okay.
train with my crew, I'm literally training every day. So right now I'm so confident that if I attend a teacher's class, I'm just like, you teach me and I'll pick it up. But that obviously requires training. But initially I've been a very slow learner. So it used to take me time to get things together,
Okay.
get it in my head. Ki, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the choreography, and I just used to forget. So after coming out of all of that, when you suddenly go into such a big platform and suddenly the first thing you hear by Remo D'Souza saying that I found a complete dancer, it was like a shock. So the but then later on
Yeah,
when I let that information sink in, I realized, oh, okay, yeah, that happened. So yes, it's a good thing.
that was that was great, ma'am. Now we will
Okay,
have a quick fire round.
quick
Where I
fire
will ask
round.
you a few questions. Okay, you will
Okay,
have to answer them quick.
okay,
Yeah, you will have to answer them quick. I
okay.
will ask you a few
Yeah.
questions. Okay. So the first one is, who do you think is the coolest bachelor out of these three? The options
Hmm.
are Mr. Narendra Modi, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, or Mr. Yogi Adityanath.
Coolest bachelor. Jesus.
Yeah,
Modi. Any day. Any day. Narendra Modi. Yes. He's the coolest person I've
Modi.
ever seen. He has the most guts in the world. Yeah. Narendra Modi.
Yeah, actually, he is very
He's just very
laborious kind of person.
he's
Huh?
just is
मतलब
his
बंदा
ability to make decisions is very worth respecting. Yeah, and to be able to make decisions and to be ready to face the consequences, like you
definitely.
make a decision and you know the whole world is going to hate you for it, but you still make that decision. So I feel that's a quality.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. And ma'am, next one is, what is more important to Mojda, money
Money
or
or
fame?
fame? I would say fame,
Yeah.
definitely. Reason being,
Oh,
I have been. It's not like I've come out. I don't have that kind of a story that I've come out of an impoverished or backward background, or because my parents have always
yeah.
supported me in every way possible, and I do come from like a well-to-do family, and I'm not ashamed to say it that I don't have a sad story. So I have seen the money side of it, but I honestly,
Yeah.
genuinely feel that no matter how much money you have, if you are not happy, uh, trust me, it's worth nothing. So yeah,
Ex- Exactly, ma'am. समझ में मैं
because
I
I
can
I
completely
have been
understand
through
that.
that also. I have
So,
had money, but I've not been
yeah.
happy. So then I just used to look at the money and I would be like,
हाँ,
what do I do with all this paper? Like, you know, yeah.
oh, okay, okay. So, okay, ma'am. That's
Okay.
too thoughtful for us. And next one is, if given a chance, who will be the dream choreographer of Bollywood you would like to work with?
Do I have options?
No, you don't have options. You can pick anyone
Uh,
from the lot. You must be having someone who is idol
Bollywood
of yours.
choreographers.
So, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Remo sir, man.
Remo
I
sir?
can't think of anyone else.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. So, next one is, uh, ma'am, who is your favorite
My
female dancer
favorite
in
female dancer in
Bollywood?
Bollywood, as in like an actor. Yeah. Okay. My favorite female
Yeah,
dancer in
yeah.
Bollywood. I think I will have to say Deepika. Yeah, I'll have to say Deepika Padukone, because
Oh,
I've
wow.
seen her
Great
do
choice.
everything from disco to Kathak. So I think she can really pull stuff off. Yeah.
Yeah, she is very talented. Yeah, yeah. And मैम आपकी फैन फॉलोइंग चारों तरफ बहुत ज्यादा है, वेदर इट इज योर यूट्यूब, फेसबुक, इंस्टाग्राम, और सब आपके फैंस जानना चाहेंगे, मतलब एक क्वेश्चन सभी जानना चाहेंगे,
Oh
इज
my
मोक्षदा
God.
सिंगल और कमिटेड?
Why do you
कैन
have
यू
to ask this question?
मतलब बहुत
I
मतलब
I just feel that like whether I'm single or not is like very I would say more than personal, it's a sacred thing to me. So I would just say whether I'm single or not, I am really happy,
okay.
whatever the status is. Yeah.
Okay, okay, no problem, ma'am. So, uh, okay, we'll end that quick fire round. So, apart from being a dancer and a
Yeah.
choreographer, you are also a blogger, right? And yeah, and if one goes through your blog, it appears that as if the person who is writing these blogs is much deeper than what meets our eyes. Can you tell our audience more about this lesser known passion of yours? Oh, sorry, I think we have lost मोक्सदा मैम. मोक्सदा मैम शायद कुछ कनेक्टिविटी प्रॉब्लम के कारण हमारे साथ नहीं है. सो हमारी रेगुलर एंकर नहीं आई, उनके साथ कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो गया. मृदुला इज फेसिंग सम प्रॉब्लम, सो दैट्स व्हाई आई केम टू हैव आई मतलब मजबूरी में आना पड़ा मेरे को. अब क्या करें. वी आर ट्राइंग टू गेट मोक्सदा मैम. लेट्स सी what we can do. So we have got many comments till now. Yeah, this Kshitij has said you have a great future to Moksda ma'am. Definitely she has. She must have a great future. and okay, there are not much comments here. I think we got back. Hi ma'am, hi. We got you back.
Hey.
Are you in a restaurant?
Yeah, I'm in a restaurant.
Okay.
So what's happening right now is this is my first meal since morning. You see this slice of pizza
Yeah.
and this cup of coffee. It's my first meal since morning because right now I'm in Mumbai with my crew and I'm preparing for this big show called Experience the Stage, which we are hosting. So it's gonna the finals of which are taking place day after tomorrow, and it's going to showcase the best talent in the country. So we have crews and solo artists coming from the entire country. We have Philip Shabib coming down
Oh,
like from like miles far away to judge the competition. So yeah, we've been busy getting that event together. So this is my first meal.
that's
What was your question again?
my question was that you are also a blogger, na, ma'am? You you regularly write blogs. So, मैम
Yeah.
जब आपके blogs के through when I went through all your blogs, so उसमें the person which you are in stage in front of in the stage while dancing, that is completely different from the one you have the blogs
Yeah.
which you write. मैम उससे एक अलग ही इमेज आपका सामने आता है. तो मैम प्लीज बताइए, मतलब ये ब्लॉग लिखना आपको कब से चालू किया और कैसा ये पैशन कैसा है आपका, कब से?
Um, I would actually, when I was little, I
Yeah.
used to I used to write poems and stuff. Matlab, see, everybody has these kind of hobbies now. So as a kid, I used to write poems, and sometimes I used to make words rhyme. So I used to find that very fascinating.
Okay,
So,
okay.
but over the years, when you start growing up, you get busy in other things, and you get the more it's said, the more educated you get, the less you know. So that's what started happening with me.
Okay.
So I've kind of like lost touch with this hobby of mine. So just I would say a few years back in the last year of my college,
Yeah.
this is also something that happened without planning. Okay, so this was not planned. This is a very interesting story. So in the last year of my college, I don't know if you guys, all of you must be aware of the channel we India Fest that happens for college teams participate in the dance event. So
Yeah.
my so I my college team to participate. On my way back from Goa,
Okay.
I was in a train, and I just happened to meet this other person from another college team. He was in the dramatics team, and he was also a writer. So we
Okay.
just randomly got to talking, and somehow, while talking to him, I kind of I thought I missed that side of mine, that I used to write, and what happened to that. Because this is actually the first interview I'm doing.
Mhm.
One reason being because that I'm very introverted. I don't share everything with everybody. So
Okay.
writing has always been my outlet, but then I had lost touch. So then when I met that person, I got talking to him, I thought that I should probably start writing again. So that's how it
Uh-huh.
started. So I just randomly went to, मैंने उससे पूछा कि यार मुझे एक वेबसाइट बता, कोई भी वेबसाइट बता, मैं किस पे अपना ब्लॉग शुरू करूँ. He said WordPress. I went to
Uh-huh.
WordPress, I randomly made an account and I just started typing. And I think the first blog that I wrote, it was
Yeah,
about
yeah. Tough love.
everything that was, yes, tough love was my
Yeah.
first blog.
Yeah, yeah.
It was about everything that was happening around me, every way that I perceived people around me.
Uh-huh.
And I've always been of the understanding, that I don't really understand how humans work. I know I am a human myself,
Yeah.
but there are so many things about the world and the way it functions that I don't understand. So I just wrote about it, like, why don't you just do what you love? Why do you have to make it so difficult? And then when you come to think of it, it's actually the other people and the need to impress other people that makes it difficult for you. That's why it's love which is tough. That's the crux of it. So that's why it's tough love.
एग्जैक्टली मैम, हम सबके
So
साथ ऐसा होता है, मतलब हम जो बनना चाहते हैं, जो करना चाहते हैं, और जो करना पड़ता है, तो वो चीज आपने इतने अच्छे से उस ब्लॉग में डिस्क्राइब किया है, मतलब व्हाइल आई वाज रीडिंग, मतलब आई कैन कंप्लीटली रिलेट टू ईच एंड एवरी लाइन ऑफ दैट. यस मैम.
thank you so much. That's actually what I try to do. See, I always this is something that I've recently discovered, that dancing
या.
is always going to be a part of me, but I do feel that I can, banking on the experiences and the things that I've been through in my life, especially recently, there are many more ways in which I can contribute, many more ways in which I want to make people feel better about themselves, about life. I want everybody to know that nothing is as complicated as you make it. It's and my on stage, that's the one reason why my on stage character is very different from how I am in reality.
Yeah, yeah.
Because every time I'm on stage, see, when I dance,
Mm-hmm.
I just can't help it. There is this, that stronger sensual female side that I showcase while I dance, and that's what it is. That's my on stage character, and I like it to be that way. But that doesn't mean that that's all that I am about. And I never want to be. I never want to be really that way. There's so many sides to all of us, that the way I dance, that doesn't mean that I'm necessarily, that is all Mokshda is as a person. There can be so much more to me. There can be so much more to you, and so much more to so many other people. So one thing that really bothers me is that people start defining you by what they see, and the fact that they feel that they have some right over you and that they can dictate your life, because I know what you do, so I know how you should be doing it. So I just feel this is crap. uh, it's absolute crap. I'm not filtering any words, so excuse me if somebody gets offended, but this is absolute
No,
crap.
no,
I
that
feel everybody should be able to make their own decisions, and everybody should be able to make their own rules. uh, and that's what that's how what I want to communicate through the blog, through my dancing, through any which way I can.
okay. And so, guys, to all our viewers, those who are in dilemma of whether to follow your passion or just spend your life following social norms like a herd, please read this inspiring blog titled "Tough Blog." That is Mokshda Man's first blog. I'm sure it will help you a lot. Okay.
It will.
So, coming on to our next question, you also conduct dance workshops, right?
Yeah.
Where you must be meeting many budding dancers. So, can you please tell us something about the workshops you conduct, ma'am?
Yeah, so the workshops that I conduct, I just I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but
Yeah.
in the simplest language, as simple as it can be, I just want to say that in my workshops, when I share something, I teach something, and I want people to pick it up, I don't want it to be choreography. You know, especially when I look at my seniors, when I look at my contemporaries, especially this is a problem, very prominent problem with our community of dancers, that one, we follow the herd, which is bad, which we already talked about.
Yeah.
Two, we always think that in terms of dancing or in terms of any art, in terms of singing or in terms of even writing, the more complex it is, the better.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a perception. Ki, if you put 50 steps in 10 counts, you're an amazing choreographer or you're an amazing dancer. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? If instead of writing a simple, if I have to write a blog, if I use simple words, I'm a mediocre writer. But the bigger words I use, basically जितना लोगों को समझ में नहीं आएगा, मैं उतनी अच्छी writer हूँ.
हाँ,
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm accept-
If I'm singing a if I'm singing a song,
हाँ,
मैं
हाँ.
जितने जितने कॉम्प्लेक्स मुर्गियां लगाऊंगी, मैं उतनी अच्छी सिंगर हूँ, चाहे लोग उससे कनेक्ट करें या ना करें. सो आई थिंक it's all become about being superior and being untouchable, that you come to my workshop and you should not be able to do what I do. There are a lot of people who have this attitude, and I think it's bad. It's really bad for somebody who's learning, because I have learned. I still am learning. I want to be learning for the rest of my life, and I have been to such teachers' classes who have just made me cry, even by doing like a gangster hip hop routine. Just because of the way they are, they've made me cry.
They
And
made
there are people,
they made Mokshda
yeah,
Jailkhani cry in those dance forms. Man, we
I,
can't.
I,
I
I
can't
can
trust you
cry.
in this thing.
I can cry. Trust me, I cry. I cry a lot. I can cry listening to a very hardcore street Jay-Z rap song. I can. It's all about the feeling.
Uh-huh.
And I've also attended such teachers classes who sort of make it a point that it should be so difficult that nobody should be able to get it, and that will be an achievement.
Oh, oh, oh.
So, to put a long story short, I don't believe in that. When somebody comes into my workshop, I just want them to walk out happy. I want them to be having something to take back with them, that they learned something new, that they discovered something new, and I want to encourage people. Also, the reason I don't conduct many workshops is because people have made workshops a way of
Sort
uh,
of business.
it's become like a vicious circle now, because I am a dancer. If I wouldn't have come into a reality show, probably you guys would have known me, would not have known me. Even if you would have known me, probably you would have known me a few years later, because TV is a very easy medium to get popular. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know me because I came on to Dance Plus 2. As simple as that. I reached the top 12. That's why everybody knows who Mokshda is.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are so many people who are out here right now. People sitting next to me in this restaurant. There must be a million better dancers than me, but they didn't make it to a reality show, so nobody knows them. So that doesn't mean that I am any better than they are. Yeah. So
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want people to feel that way. I don't want people to feel inferior, because I know I have felt inferior a million times, and it's a really bad feeling. It's not really, it sucks. It's a really bad space to be in.
Yeah,
So and I don't want it to become like a vicious circle where I take a workshop and the person who learns from me eventually takes workshops to train somebody who's going to take workshops, who trains somebody who's going to take workshops. Yeah. So there's no end to this. I want people to be able to discover what else they want to do. Maybe they want to, I don't know, paint their body with color and become a dance painter, or why just learn and then teach? Why not keep learning? Or maybe take it to the next level. Why not do something else?
Yeah.
I don't want people to limit themselves to what society thinks they should be limiting themselves to. And this is not in terms of dancing, it's in terms of everything. The decisions you take, the clothes you wear, the friends you make, the career choices you make, it should not matter. It should not depend on what people think. Like there have been friends of mine who I have seen in such dilemmas that when I'm releasing a video, when they are releasing a video, they send me a rock. They've been like, "Oh my God, Moksh, I don't know if I should release this video. I don't think this choreography is good enough." And I'm just like, "Why is it not good enough?" It's not good enough because it's not complex enough. That's sad. That's what we live believing today, and it shouldn't be that way. So my workshops are called Untamed for a very simple reason, that I just want people to feel free. That's all. Because there is so much, so much of being caged in today's world that it really upsets me. I just want people to be free. That's all.
Okay, okay. Ma'am, there is one fan of yours who has commented just Kshitij Ghadiyal, his name is.
Okay.
He's asking you, क्या हम कभी आपको किसी मूवी में देखेंगे? Can we expect you
Oh.
shortly in big screen?
uh, I don't know about a movie.
Okay.
I really don't know. I mean, if it happens, it'll happen. If it doesn't, it won't.
Okay, ma'am, that's fine.
But of course, I would really love to work in a movie that is dance based. Nothing
Okay,
like it.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, ma'am, you said you also listen to rap, right? Raps.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
I do.
I also write raps. Can I? Would you like to listen,
Oh,
man?
yeah, sure.
uh,
Sure.
that name is its title is Game of Fame.
Okay.
Hear it how it goes. It's a game of fame. There is no one to blame if you have your aim. Just play in your brain to reach the pinnacle. There is no fixed lane. Just build a new one using all your strength. I'm building my own using bones and stones. But as I'm walking through the path, I don't know where it leads. Is just to start. Will it full my needs? One to follow just on my own in the whole sand dune. I'm Lone Stone in the whole sand dune. I'm Lone Stone. That's it, ma'am. That's a small part of my rap.
That's really good. That's so good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wow, you've written it yourself. That's really good.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, next one question is, ma'am, you also have a YouTube channel, right? Where you
Yeah.
regularly post your videos. So there we have seen a series named The Storyteller.
I'm sorry, just give me 1 minute. Just a
Sure,
minute,
sure,
yeah?
sure, sure, ma'am.
Yeah. What? It's my birthday. Take it. Give it back. Yes. Sorry, I'm back.
Yes, ma'am. It's fine. It's fine. So, ma'am, I was telling that you have also have a YouTube channel, right? So
Yeah.
there you have posted a series titled The Storyteller. So,
Yeah.
can you tell us the dance form which you have uh, done in that, and what is that about? That Storyteller.
Um. So, if you guys like whoever has watched the storyteller
Yeah.
must have watched an intro video. So before I started releasing those dance video series. I
Mhm.
made an introduction video
Okay. Okay.
so that in which I've just sat down and I've explained what it's all about.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
storyteller is basically, if you notice, each video starts with an a word and its meaning.
Okay.
Yeah. So those words are basically one word summarizations of my own life experiences. So
Okay.
whatever you see in those videos is actually the stuff that I have been through, and those are basically true stories of my experiences, whatever I've been through dance. And
Okay.
so the first part is titled Ghost, and it's
Uh-huh.
on the song Ghost. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you open the first video, which is Ghost,
Mm-hmm.
you see the first word that comes up on the screen is misfit.
Yeah.
So it's again about what we discussed earlier, Ayush,
Yeah,
about being a misfit and about being different.
now I can join those points and
Yeah.
okay.
So if you see how I'm dancing, it's just I'm just going crazy,
Yeah.
and we just because I haven't choreographed any of my storyteller videos, all three of them, and the fourth part also, which is going to come up is freestyle.
Okay.
So mostly because the part 4 is a different storyline that might be choreographed because it needs to be choreographed. But I wanted the storyteller to be as natural as possible. So all of them are just one take shoots, and I've just gone crazy in the videos because
Yeah.
I just found an appropriate song, also a song that wouldn't get blocked. So uh, I just found an appropriate song which would just describe the feeling
Uh-huh.
and my experience of the time and whatever I've been through.
Yeah.
And so and I've just danced it out. And
Okay. Yeah.
the director of that entire series is my closest friend, Firoz. So he's
Okay.
the person who always, I just when I told him about the storyteller, it was a very raw idea. I said I just want to make dance video series in parts, and I just want people to know what I've been through. I want to share it with them. So he was the one who actually gave that raw idea a structure. So um,
Ma'am, so is
the
Feroz
second
in
part
your dance
is,
crew? Is he?
yes, Feroz is also in my dance troupe.
Oh,
So Harshita, Feroz, and myself, we are all in the
okay,
same
okay,
troupe. Yeah.
okay, okay. Yes, ma'am. You were telling about the second part.
So yeah. So the second part, if you see, it's about jealousy and being angry and all of that. When you just go crazy and you just want attention and you are not getting it, and you just want to break the world apart. You just want to break everything that comes in your way, and that's what the second part was about. And the third part is, I'm sure of all of us go through this in our lives, that we love somebody and then we tend to hate that somebody at the same time. Like you can't decide, man. Like I love you, but I also hate you for doing this to me, but I can't help it because I love you. This actually sounds very poetic, but it's also very practical because this happened
Yeah,
with everybody. So
exactly, exactly.
the third part shows, a side which is more vulnerable and which is just kind of helpless. And
Yeah.
so basically all of these parts, as we move subsequently in order towards more and more number of parts,
Mm-hmm.
you guys will be getting to know about the storyteller in much more detail, and I will obviously make like a code breaker video in the end, in which I'll tell you what everything is exactly about. So I don't want to
Okay.
give away too much right now.
Okay, okay, ma'am. So, guys, please subscribe to her channels, and you can see how that story goes. So, ma'am, next part, when can we expect the fourth part? Uh,
um
you are looking for the
this
choreographer, right? For it?
no, I always choreograph my videos on my own.
Okay, 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 okay. So, when can we expect it?
So so I was actually planning to release it in March, but now it's going to get delayed because I'm traveling a lot. As of now, I'm busy in this performance with my crew. I'm going to be performing myself with my crew day after
Okay.
tomorrow at Experience.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're working on that, and then I have these workshops coming up. So hopefully, you guys can expect part 4 in April.
Okay, okay. So guys, please listen to that and please subscribe to our channel and you can get to see the fourth part of that. So ma'am, your till now your journey so far, what has been the most unforgettable experience in your dance career? If we say, मतलब हम dance career के perspective से अगर बात करें, apart from that dance plus appearance, uh, which which experience of yours you would like to rate as a unique one that
Okay.
changed you?
This is the easiest question that I've come across so far, because this is one thing that is very clear in my head. So if you say apart from Dance Plus, then it
Yeah.
has to be my time in Higher Vision, my crew, because my crew and the crew members and our crew leader and everything that goes down with me and my crew, that's the reason I am this kind of a person. That's the reason I dance the way I dance today. That's the reason I got picked for Dance Plus, because if I wouldn't have auditioned for the crew in the first place, I wouldn't be in the crew. I wouldn't have gone into Dance Plus with my crew, and I wouldn't have been picked from there.
Uh-huh.
So the thing about Higher Vision is that in Delhi, there were auditions held for High Vision crew, and I
Mm-hmm.
went and I auditioned. I got selected. So
Mm-hmm.
until I got into Higher Vision, up till that day, I just used to dance. Like there was no direction, and apart from, of course, having learned classical. So
Uh-huh.
I did have a minor base in classical, but
Mm-hmm.
apart from that, I didn't have any training. I was completely raw. So
Okay.
I just used to dance because I liked it, and I had no idea where I was going.
Mm-hmm.
My body was all over. My steps were unclean. I didn't know how to control my energy. I just used to dance like a mad person,
Mm-hmm.
which is also good sometimes. I'm not advocating that you should stop that. I still do that, but
Yeah.
now I can switch between dancing controlled and going mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my crew members and everybody in my crew, the fact that we meet every day, that is the reason I know what hip hop is. That's
Uh-huh.
actually how I got into my dance style now. I do
Uh-huh.
urban. The style I do is called urban. I have
Yeah.
inputs of dance hall.
Uh-huh.
So now I know what my style is.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been a defining moment in my life, because earlier I had no idea what I like to do. I just used to do everything, and
Mm-hmm.
jack of all, master of none types.
Mm-hmm.
So Higher Vision has really given me direction as a dancer. So yeah.
तो मैम जैसे आपने कथक में ट्रेनिंग ली तो तो उस चीज में आपने एक डांस फॉर्म सीखा, राइट? तो उसका एक
Yeah.
मतलब देन यू स्विच टू हिप हॉप और
Yes.
द अर्बन व्हाट यू हैव सेड। तो
Yes.
तो इसमें मैम बेसिक जो चीजें रहती है मैम, आपने जो कथक में सीखा, समथिंग फ्रॉम दैट मस्ट हैव हेल्प्ड यू इन दिस डांस फॉर्म आल्सो ना, मतलब।
Yeah. In a way, you can say yes, it has, because although it's popular belief that classical Indian classical is actually very different from Western dance styles and hip hop and urban, which is relatively new.
Yeah,
But it's not actually that. But I actually feel, contrary to popular belief, if you are trained in any sort of classical form,
yeah.
be it ballet, which is a Western classical form, or
Hmm.
Kathak or Bharatanatyam or any other Indian classical form,
Yeah.
the excuse me, gives you a very strong base.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So after that, whichever style you pick up, you
Hmm.
tend to learn easily, because you have beat sense, musicality, you know how to move your body.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it does help.
Okay. So, ma'am, finally, आपके inspiration, ma'am, the one dancer you follow, or who is the epitome of जिसको आप फॉलो करना
Um,
चाहते हो या करते हो उसके स्टाइल को फॉलो, जिससे इंस्पायर्ड हो आप?
I would say I initially got hooked onto this because of Michael Jackson
ओके।
and because of Beyonce.
हाँ हाँ।
And not only the way they danced, but the way they performed. So I've always, focused on being a complete performer rather than just doing my steps right.
ओके।
So I think these two people are like the ultimate people I look up to. Of course, there are so many amazing dancers now, and you have Instagram, you have Facebook. You just
या
scroll down and you see what's happening with Jojo Gomez. You see what's happening with Wildebeest Adams. You see what's
ओके
happening with so many choreographers across the world, and you're able to follow them. So that's a
ओके
great
ओके।
thing technology has given us.
या
But yeah, these two are like the ultimate benchmarks.
एंड मैम, फॉर द एस्पायरिंग डांसर्स, मतलब आप क्या एक उनको राय, मैम, what advice would you like to give them who have still a long way to go?
Um,
Few wisdom
I
words
I would
from
just
your
say,
side.
very very simple, guys. That one is to always stay original
Okay.
and always respect everybody, whether it is your teacher, whether it is somebody who's dancing with you, whether it's your junior.
Mm-hmm.
To stay original in your dance, to respect everybody, first of all, becoming a good respectable human being. That's then becoming a good dancer just comes naturally. It's a step two. Step
Okay.
one is always to respect everybody you're around, and to
Okay.
always be try and be the best at what you do, and
Okay.
never stop learning, because I know people who just go to a few classes and then they think they can do it all. That's wrong.
Mhm.
So I would just say never stop learning,
Okay.
and stay original and respect everyone.
Okay. Okay. That's nice, ma'am. That's nice. So, ma'am, is your crew with you right now? Your higher vision crew?
No, they were actually sitting with me around this table,
Okay.
but all of them have left.
Okay. Okay.
I
So
just have
we would
I
want
just
to.
have Feroz here with me. If you want to say hi, I'm
Yes.
going to
Yes.
turn
Yes.
the
Please.
camera
Please.
towards him.
Please. We would love to.
Feroz,
Uh, guys, that's Feroz. Hi.
Oh, what's up? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Too. I told about you, about your
I'm
dance.
actually,
So you were also in.
yeah, I'm actually playing NBA right now
Okay. Okay. Okay.
on my phone.
Okay. Okay. So,
Yeah,
okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
yeah. So, how are you? How's
We
everything?
are fine. We are fine. So, Firoz, you also have a YouTube channel, right? Um,
Yeah, I have. I have a YouTube channel. I don't have followers like Mokshda does, but I keep trying hard to get it, and it's good. She's a good artist, and she's a good dancer, a good talented person.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I
So
enjoy working with her.
for how long you have been knowing Mokshda ma'am?
It's been 2 years. 2 years.
Oh, okay, okay. So okay, that's fine. So ma'am, it was nice talking to you and getting to know about a lot. आपके बारे में बहुत सारी चीजें जान के काफी अच्छा लगा है हमको. And
Even I'm glad. Thank you for giving me this platform to tell everybody what I had to tell. Because Instagram videos don't always do justice. I can't just put up a camera and start talking. So yeah, thank you so much for doing this.
थैंक यू मैम.
Thanks a lot.
मैम ये हमारा प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसमें मतलब आपको कैसा लगा मैम ये कॉन्सेप्ट हमारा जो हम.
I think it's a really good concept. I think Fantonn is doing a great job, and I think Ayush, you are doing a great job.
Thank you.
So I think it's really amazing that artists who are upcoming and artists who people look up to, you give us a platform to come and speak to the people who we can't speak to on an everyday basis.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great, and I think you should continue doing work.
Thank you a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Nice talking to you, ma'am, and all the best for the
Same here.
competition you have.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye bye everyone.
Bye. So guys, that was Mokshda Jailkhani for you. मतलब उनके बारे में जान के काफी अच्छा लगा, काफी सारी नई चीजें पता चली, उनके अंदर की बातें काफी सारी पता चली. सो हमारे यहाँ पे नए आर्टिस्ट के लिए एक प्लेटफॉर्म हम क्रिएट करें जिसमें आप सभी आ सकते हैं. यू कैन शो योर टैलेंट अलोंगसाइड these famous celebrities. Okay, and next we have a very talented singer, Mr. Darshik Nayak, coming up on our show on 2nd of April. So, and not only that, we are also having a dance competition going on. So guys, just go there, take part, show your moves, and win a cash prize of rupees 2,000. Yeah, that's right, you can win that money. And for more updates, please like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And you can also watch this video, the recording of this video on YouTube. So guys, that's all from today's show. Hope you all enjoy. Bye-bye.